Deep in the heart of Appalachia, where ancient mountains pierce the sky, lies a world steeped in folklore. These mountains, older than time itself, have stories etched into every rock and tree. It is a place where shadows hold secrets, and the wind carries the voices of the past. Whispers of long-forgotten tales echo through the hollers, tales of love, loss, and the supernatural. These mountains, cloaked in mist and mystery, have borne witness to countless seasons. Each season brings its own stories, its own legends. They have seen joy and sorrow, life and death, and the echoes of both linger in the air. The trees, ancient and wise, stand as silent sentinels to these memories. Some tales speak of love and loss, others of courage and resilience. These stories are passed down through generations, each one adding its own layer of depth. But the stories that truly send shivers down your spine are those whispered around flickering campfires. These are the tales that make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. They are the tales of restless spirits, of ancient curses, and of encounters with beings not of this world. These stories are not just told, they are felt deep within the soul. These are the stories that give voice to the mountain's deepest fears, the ones that keep folks from venturing out after dark. They are the whispers in the holler, the echoes of a time long past, yet ever present. One such tale, passed down through generations in hushed tones, tells of the silver shadow. This spectral entity, said to appear as a shimmering silhouette against the moonlight. It is an omen of misfortune, a harbinger of death. Some say the silver shadow is the spirit of a woman scorned, her heart broken by a faithless lover. Others believe it to be a restless soul, searching for peace in the afterlife. Whatever its origins, the silver shadow is feared by all who know of it. Its appearance is said to precede tragedy. Those who have witnessed it firsthand speak of a bone-chilling cold that accompanies its presence. They describe a feeling of dread so profound that it seems to seep into their very bones. Our story takes us deep into these mountains to a secluded cabin nestled in a remote holler. The old cabin, weathered by time and shrouded in shadow, had stood empty for years. Its windows were dark, like empty eyes staring out at the world. It was said that the last family to live there had left in a hurry, driven out by a series of unsettling events. The locals knew the stories, whispered them like warnings on the wind. They spoke of strange noises in the dead of night, disembodied voices that seemed to seep from the walls themselves. Some claimed to have seen flickering lights in the windows, like ghostly candles dancing in the darkness. Section 4. The Storm, Nature's Fury, Unleashed. One stormy evening, as the wind howled like a banshee and rain lashed against the windows, a young couple, lost and seeking shelter, stumbled upon the abandoned cabin. The storm had descended upon them suddenly, transforming the once familiar mountain road into a treacherous labyrinth of danger. Lightning flashed, illuminating the path ahead in brief, blinding bursts, only to plunge them back into an even deeper darkness. They had been driving for hours, their hope dwindling with each passing mile, feeling more lost than ever. Just when their situation seemed most dire, the headlights of their car flickered across a weathered wooden sign, its paint barely visible in the relentless downpour. Hickory Holler, 1 mile, it read. Section 5. A presence in the night, fear takes hold. The Appalachian forest at night was a place of deep shadows and unsettling silence, where every rustle of leaves seemed to whisper secrets of the past. With a surge of desperate hope, they followed the winding road deeper into the holler, the storm raging around them. The rain pounded relentlessly on the car roof, each drop a reminder of the isolation and danger they faced. The headlights barely pierced the darkness, revealing only fleeting glimpses of the treacherous path ahead. And then through the driving rain, they saw it. The faint outline of a cabin, its silhouette barely discernible against the backdrop of the storm. It stood like a ghostly sentinel, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. The cabin's presence was both a relief and a new source of anxiety, as they wondered what awaited them inside. Relieved to have found refuge, They pulled up to the dilapidated porch and hurried inside, the wind whipping at their heels. The door creaked ominously as they pushed it open, and the interior greeted them with a musty, damp smell that spoke of long abandonment. They could feel the weight of the storm pressing against the walls, as if the cabin itself was struggling to stand firm. The interior of the cabin was dark and musty, the air thick with the scent of damp wood and decay. Shadows danced on the walls, cast by the flickering light of their flashlight. Every corner seemed to hide a secret, every creak of the floorboards a whisper of the past. The oppressive atmosphere weighed heavily on their spirits, making it hard to breathe. They huddled together near the fireplace, their bodies trembling from the cold and the lingering fear that clung to them like a shroud. The fire offered little warmth, its flames struggling to take hold of the damp wood. They spoke in hushed tones, their voices barely rising above the sound of the storm outside, as if afraid to disturb the uneasy peace of the cabin. As the night wore on, the storm raged outside, and the couple struggled to ignore the strange noises that seemed to emanate from the very walls around them. The wind howled through the cracks, creating an eerie symphony of sounds that set their nerves on edge. Every gust of wind, every creak and groan of the old cabin seemed to carry a hidden menace, making sleep an impossible dream. Section 6. The Silver Shadow Returns, A Brush with Death. Suddenly, a blinding flash of lightning illuminated the room, and in that brief, terrifying instant they saw it, a shimmering silver figure standing at the foot of the bed, its eyes burning with an eerie, otherworldly light. The air grew cold, and the room seemed to shrink around them, the walls closing in as the figure's gaze bore into their souls. The couple froze, their breath catching in their throats, their hearts pounding against their ribs like trapped birds. They clung to each other, seeking comfort in the other's presence, but the terror was overwhelming, almost suffocating. The figure remained there for what felt like an eternity, its cold, spectral gaze fixed upon them. Time seemed to stand still, and the only sound was the relentless beating of their hearts, echoing in the oppressive silence. Then, as quickly as it had appeared, it vanished, leaving the couple in stunned silence. They looked around the room, their eyes wide with disbelief, trying to comprehend what they had just witnessed. As dawn approached, the storm finally began to subside, its fury spent. The first light of morning crept through the windows, casting long shadows and revealing the aftermath of the night's terror. The couple, shaken to their core, wasted no time in fleeing the cabin, their minds racing with unanswered questions and their hearts still pounding from their terrifying encounter. They knew they could never return to that place, forever haunted by the memory of the silver shadow that had visited them in the dead of night. Section 7. Conclusion. The haunting memory lingers. To this day, they say the silver shadow still haunts the old cabin in Hickory Holler, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lingers in these ancient mountains. And those who dare to venture into the holler after dark sometimes speak of a strange, shimmering light that dances among the trees, a light that sends shivers down their spines and makes them quicken their pace, for they know that some things are best left undisturbed. The memory of that night, of the eerie figure and the chilling cold, would stay with them forever, a constant reminder of the unseen forces that lurk in the shadows of the Appalachian Mountains. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.